Welcome to the 2021 Virtual Materials Research Society Spring Meeting. We are going to have a full week of live symposium sessions, keynote and award talks, a dynamic and exciting virtual exhibit, and much more. This is MRS TV. Welcome back to the second episode of MRS TV. We have another great episode for you today, featuring a fascinating discussion with MRS Outstanding Early Career Investigator Award winner, Dr. Hualin Xin. We also visit Quantum Materials Corporation, a pioneering company in the fields of quantum materials and advanced digital platforms. The second day of the MRS 2021 Spring Meeting features a full day of technical symposia with dozens of great sessions. To add sessions to your schedule, go to the Symposia menu on the meeting platform and select Live Symposia. Once there, you can see all of the symposia that are being held today, as well as the talks within each symposium. If you are presenting a talk today, visit the Speaker Ready room to practice presenting your talk in our virtual platform. You'll find the Speaker Ready room by going to the My Meetings pull-down menu. Breaks in the technical sessions are scheduled throughout the day. During these breaks, we invite you to visit the Hub, where you will find a number of fun, interactive events like a magic show, yoga sessions, and more. We will also have a session on the material science behind superheroes. MRS TV is brought to you virtually from the 2021 MRS Spring Meeting. You can find us on the meeting homepage via the Hub on the navigation menu and through the sessions during regularly scheduled breaks in the technical sessions. You'll also find us on MRS Meeting Scene blog, and by hitting the playlist button, you can check out extended versions of all of our content from award winners to research center visits. It's all on MRS TV. Now we are joined by MRS Outstanding Early Career Investigator Award winner, Dr. Hualin Xin. Welcome, Dr. Xin.
Thank you, Audria.
Your award citation reads, for development of innovative transmission electron microscopy imaging methodologies for advancing energy storage and conversion materials. Tell us about your work.
I developed the fascination about transforming our society into a sustainable one. Energy storage and conversion devices is a very big part of this. So that's where I really applied my core training in electron microscopy too, and that's really what my research has been focusing on.
How did you become interested in this particular area of research?
There are actually many different kinds of research we can pursue with the tools that I have. But my personal preference is that I would like to apply this toolkit to something that will basically, how to say, divorce our, the society from fossil fuels.
Your work has enabled the development of a number of materials for energy storage. What are those materials and why are they important?
The first one is called intermetallic ordered catalyst. If you look at the phase diagram, so there's a phase called an intermetallic order phase. And that's actually a big part of the phase diagram for many of these materials, but they were overlooked for many conflicting information in the field. So in 2012, me together with Tito Abrunia and Deli Wang, we resurrected this field. Following that, I applied my electron microscopy toolkits to a class of material that's called layered transition metal oxide that are used in today's lithium-ion batteries basically our microscopy study has contributed to the understanding how these layer material actually fades, transforms, degrades. By understanding those fundamental mechanisms, we're able to actually tailor new chemistries that can actually make better cathode material for lithium-ion batteries. So the third part is some things that after I moved to UC Irvine I started doing, which is called a single atom catalyst, right? That's a mimetic approach of anchoring these active sites onto a solid support such that we can actually run this traditional homogeneous catalysis in a heterogeneous way. For example, to convert CO2 to something useful like fuels. And we can actually use fluorine element anions to actually tailor these active sites such that they will perform better.
Dr. Sheen, congratulations once again, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Audrey.
Quantum Materials Corp is a nanotechnology company that was founded about 13 years ago, really focused on making quantum dots, which are atomic crystals, and being able to do so at high volume and at a low price point.
QMC is a very innovative company. We have a brilliant team of scientists and software engineers. Now our mission is put the meaning and life to these molecules that we are creating via the use of our QMC platform. What I mean by this is bridging the physical science with digital technology to offer cutting-edge technologies to different industries out there.
We've really perfected the process of making quantum dots in high volume at a low price point. Through that process, we've also learned to manipulate those materials so that they can solve a lot of the world's problems. That ranges everywhere from really efficient conversion of sunlight into energy to the biotech industry where they're being used for very efficient markers, even to the COVID test kits where we're using them for amplification of the signal for testing for antibodies.
As a nascent technology, quantum dots were able to supplant traditional fluorophores in durability, resistance to photo bleaching, and blinking. Over time, quantum dots started dominating solar cell devices, and this just further snowballed into research and development.
Quantum dots are very useful, indeed transformative, in that they can provide very high signal amplification to let us know that the diagnostic test has actually found a particular pathogen, such as the COVID virus. And this is important because it obviates the need for doing more traditional testing that involves biological amplification, which is much more complex. The quantum dots, in this sense, are very universal in nature. In other words, we can, in the in vitro diagnostics industry, we call this building out menu, meaning having a variety of tests that can be run on a universal platform. And this universal platform would be enabled by quantum dots. So we could test for all sorts of disease states, urinary tract infection, STDs, respiratory, a whole host of things. So Quantum Materials Corporation would have the ability to not simply do COVID testing, but to address many other common infectious diseases.
The QMC platform is a cloud-based and blockchain-based platform that enables you to authenticate and validate users, products, and processes. What it does, it's extensible and highly scalable in the sense that we can always build additional product or application to solve real hard problems out there. Some example of the QMC platform. We have the QMC Health ID, which record and report COVID test. And then another example is the anti-counterfeiting, which enable you to tag using quantum dots, tag products and goods, so that you, once you move these products from one point to another, you're able to track these products, so which build a trust between the different buyers, sellers, manufacturers, and distributors.
We are already in the quantum age, wherein quantum dots have the potential to become an all-pervasive and ubiquitous technology because they can replace conventional materials in applications such as electronic displays, and also enable new applications such as high-fidelity anti-counterfeit taggants.
I think the future for nanotechnology and nanomaterials in general is enormous. I think Quantum Materials Corp can play a really pivotal role in that, primarily because we've been able to develop a process, a patented process for manufacturing quantum dots at high volume and a low price point, and at the same time really be able to enhance features that you can't do with a batch process.
And we are not just simply a nanotechnology company, but we are coupling the physical and the digital world So with this platform, it will enable us to continuously adding more application for different problems as we go forward.
And that's all for the second episode of MRS TV. Don't miss out on tomorrow's episode as we feature more highlights from the third day of the virtual meeting, as well as another interview with Mid-Career Research Award winner, Dr. Bao.